Hi, I'm still sick. I'm still sick. Oh, the game's not showing up. Oh, 1 second. Game capture window. Final Fantasy. Game capture audio. Final Fantasy. There we go. That's right. I'm still sick. But it's like, I think it's the, I'm getting over it. Like, getting over it with that guy sick. And it's like all the parts where all the things are coming out are happening. Probably makes it sound worse than it is. Ah, Ryugo, impeccable timing. We've just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Koji to maintain a constant watch over the Red Scare. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, Popularis had been sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yaksha. It would seem the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Etsuyu's memory is yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma. Assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it'd be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it'd be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightaways for the Enclave, then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Satoru. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. She's coping. I got my OJ. You just go here and hit your science team anytime. Cool. I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange. There's one matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather worse for wear. Despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made a promise not to tell you. He made me promise not to tell you lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. You are, however, I think it high time he received some visitors. Let me spare him a moment. Yatsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Here you go, Alice, shall we?
Open wide now.
Open wide now.
Please, to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Oh, he sounds awful. I don't sound good either, though.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from the Mai. I enjoyed them in my youth.
Yeah.
A persimmon.
Oh, I added a new redemption, by the way.
Sloppy.
So you can get that now.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration.
I feel better today, but I think I sound worse.
A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you.
Sloppy.
You stink.
Take off your clothes. Oh. Look, Bath. He's got a crater over there.
These scars. There are so many of them.
Well, you shot me a lot.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Uh-oh.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed. Had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. Aside, I'm relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. Probably, like, not gonna do voices at all today. Just, like, talking all the whole time. Oh, what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you can make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. Decrepitude. I mean, they said it and I understood what it meant, so I think yes. But I'm curious what happens when I look it up. The fact of being in very bad condition because of being old. Cool. No matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He's pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times, even if his health returns. The fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given all for his liege and land and will ask no more. What of his nerve? And if Yatsuyu is feigning that, well, he certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. That's not her theme. Nagiri, out of all of us, I think you were the hardest to convince. So what makes you so sure? I've been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. What was it? Decrepitude? I have to keep that one on deck. Decrustified. Encrustified. Encrustified, but decrepitude. Her mask has never slipped, not once. She remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She'd taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there in the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me. And everyone else, I would hazard. Aye. Matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Suyu and begin a new life here in Doma. They haven't really talked about what would happen though if she like awakens after the deadline is reached. Or that can happen, however, which is probably specifically what's gonna happen. Or that can happen, however, we need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she's as good as fasten the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Suyu first. Out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We're at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks of Suyu. Let's go to the docks. Go to the docks. Be the Benadryl at the docks. Claritin. Yeah, they keep the way they phrase it, it sounds like the only thing that can happen is if she wakes up. It's gonna be before the appointed time. But there's no reason to think that. It could happen later. So we wait here then? Lord Hyun should not be long. My friends, have you seen Suyu? She is nowhere to be found. Uh-oh. What? But the Garleans would be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouting the streets as we speak. But it is possible Suyu has left the Enclave altogether. How could this happen? Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? Fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think, yes, my lord, now that you mention it. There was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat. I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No, I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. It seems Suyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me, no good can come of this. Well, sounds like a good time for me to open a coffer. Should have waited to open that. Whoa, I finally got something stronger. Took a while. Oh, I gotta make room though. Armory chest. Gotta make room in the armory chest. Let's see. Do not need the spectacles. Wizard's coat. That look like? That's cool. Kind of. I do not need this alpine coat anymore. Woolen dress gloves. Get rid of that. Scrap. Discard. Yes, that's fine. Get rid of it. Where do I even get leather shoes in this day and age? Oh. Cool. Hey, anime. That ain't bad. But you know it'd be better than that. Logstaff. There we go. I like it, but I'm not sure I like the color. I might dye it. Maybe I'll dye it. Later, though. It seems to you've gone unrecognized thus far. But Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. We must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me. It's for your aid nonetheless. We're at your service, Lord Hien. That was before. Let's make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yagiri know what has happened. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Suyu is headed, so we best divide our forces. I'll take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphen, if you take the road to the caves from Pulumas. Ryugo, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? Ugh. One of the Namazu may very well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. Oh, Kami. Oh, Kami, my Kami. Where am I going? I feel like she probably wandered off to do something like innocent, like go get a crow trap. Gyo-san. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, if there's anything you care to know, you need only... Pale Skin Woman? I've seen no such traveler, I'm sorry to say. No, sorry. Scaly Skin Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Usually pale skin? Yes, I saw someone on the way back from my fishing trip. We just crossed the shallows east of here, and was headed in a northeasterly direction for the most part. Steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Squeak. I like how the robe flutters up in the wind. No sign of Yatsuyu to the north. Perhaps she is somewhere further to the northeast. Still no sign of Yatsuyu. Perhaps she's farther to the northeast. Keep going. Big survey. Take a long time survey. Yatsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Kunst? Bamboo hat? Who's this? Person doesn't exist. Cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicion. It's the same hat Yatsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Before you ask, our search of Kasakuri and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice is gone, a sister brother at the castro. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Heian here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Was not I. By the comment of the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Gary and I will check the patties. The village square is yours. Uh-oh.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Crunch trap time. A persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
The Lupin have like totally expressionless faces. Like a rigid dog face. It's too late, they already saw her. We have to kill them all.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
In a way, she didn't. Uh-oh.
What did I do?
As if you don't know! Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
When the performance goes harder than the facial features can handle.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Yes.
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker! What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
So she, like, has fragments of memory now, but she's not, like, connecting to them, really.
You're sorry. And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry.
Synmyn.
Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
Yeah.
Please,
I don't have the
Issei.
stream avatars on. There we go.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
I don't know if I've ever had a persimmon. Is it like an orange? Persimmon. I've heard of it. I've heard of persimmons. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and that does not look familiar at all. Are they from East Asia? Where do they come from? China produces 75% of persimmons. Oh my god, it has an enormous seed. Or is that just really zoomed in? Can't tell. It's a beautiful looking fruit. I should go try a persimmon. Yeah, I don't know why the memory to do that came up. Totally unrelated. Tofu pancakes, please. Take the Hobbit whole breakfast. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Sue's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. It would seem it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of Synmyn. She's like turning into Amelia Bedelia. They say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminensis and meet with our ambassador. Alphino and Alice should still be there conducting their search. Oh, just ain't got the energy. Just ain't got the energy. Since our Imperial guests have already arrived, it's time to meet with the ambassador. You know, the guy that hates us.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien.
I can't do it right now.
My dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Alright. What's their trick?
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Steve Coulier, Bob Saget, Jesse Plemons. Oh no, it's Melissa McCarthy. They brought James Corden. We have to kill them.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Oh God, what is this music?
of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Neuron activation.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient.
If Tsuyu is like her own independent personality with traits and like characteristics, if you forcibly return Yotsuyu, are you like killing Tsuyu? That person ceases to be, right? I don't know how this works.
You needn't
That was a really
glare at
dirty
me
look.
so, Lord here.
Is he in disguise?
I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
It's his tone of voice that I hate.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
Sleeper Cell phrase wakes up. The persimmon plummets. In her.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
I know better than to trust Asahi. That was a dirty trick. If you're uploaded to the cloud, did you move places or is it a new person? I think it's a new person. I think if you make a duplicate of someone, it's a new person. But I think if you can ship a Theseus it to get past it. If you introduce inorganic parts of the brain to the brain piecemeal, and then slowly make the transition to a fully digital brain, and eventually purge all organic matter, then, and only then, your fully digitized mind smoothly transitioned from the flesh, can you upload to the cloud and retain your you. Secret of immortality. Does the transporter kill you and make a clone? It does. It does. It does. No one will ever know. The same thing happens when we go to sleep each night. But, you know, the clone that we wake up as, the new personality, has all of our memories, so fine. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. Enter back to the Enclave of Yugiri to give Gosetsu's special, precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. Just thinking about shedding the flesh and turning into a ship of Theseus mechanical monster to live forever. Are you a new person from the person a month ago? A day? An hour? Every measurable unit of time, every like second or whatever. What's the smallest unit of second? Smallest unit of time. A zeptosecond. You are a new person at least every zeptosecond. It is the time it takes a light particle to cross a hydrogen molecule. Wait, no. The time it takes for a light particle to cross a hydrogen molecule is 247 zeptoseconds, which is a trillionth of a billionth of a second. I fucking love science.com. T-shirt, buy it now, Neil deGrasse Tyson. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Suyu's fate. We will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her. The Empire lost Yatsuyu in the divorce.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in.
Gosetsu hastily throws a sock across the room, behind some furniture.
When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
Her mommy and her daddy, and her mommy and her
The
daddy.
ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I think convenient amnesia is one of the most cool and fun plot devices, and I'm being 100% serious.
Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu
Also, like, when
to
there's
remain
two
with us
twins
in
and you
Doma.
don't know it till later.
Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
But only one of the twins has
I assume you
amnesia.
all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder.
So did they already
Out
make
with it, brother.
the prison
You fear
exchange?
they might contain bombs or war machines?
That happened off screen?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord, forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone.
Again. Keeps happening.
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell.
One job.
She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties.
You're on a leash.
Might I call upon your assistance?
Help! Help me!
She's a vampire now. Always has been.
If only I hadn't remembered.
Oh.
He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
So she's back, but she's changed.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
Recommend games, but if I match them closely to our discussion, it would imply spoilers. It's like, oh, I love stories where the villain isn't the villain and there's actually a secret puppet master who's also a twin and also God. And then it's like, well, you'd love this then. Yeah. What is this new Twitch mobile interface? I don't know, I've never used Twitch mobile. Is it bad? What's different about it?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
It's a little too convenient that they just showed up here, though. I just scroll through Twitch streams like fucking YouTube shorts. Oh, Faye. New redemption.
Sloppy!
You've that now. Have fun.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu! A font of misery!
Dude, I have a huge ability to suspend my disbelief, but them showing up right here at this moment just seems way too convenient.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Couldn't even die, right?
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament.
They got banished.
You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugani and start a new business.
He's a little too breathy. His breath is a little wild.
My beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask.
You can tell she's back by how slowly she's talking now.
Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
With their asses.
Yotsuyu! What?
I like the little, like, horror movie after effect they put on this cutscene, where the camera, like, goes out of focus a little bit every now and then. Oh, he's so demented. He brought his parents here as, like, bait to be killed.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
It's what he drinks too, yeah.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed.
Family's all freaks. All four
But
freaks.
surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
She's not dumb enough to be manipulated like this. Freak factor here is immense.
Please. I don't want to die.
Any sign of her? What happened here?
It's over.
I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother?
Still don't really get why they want her back so bad, though.
He was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives.
I don't think that was a price for him.
But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We've recovered the Norris's remains. Her family name, and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they never set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. Best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Tsu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is by any measure a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into the Gurlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all as it must be, as I can accept. What I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. The Echo has improved itself as like a plot contrivance to show scenes you're not there for. It's getting better, it's getting more effective. It's getting more powerful. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. That is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostility, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminus is to be the stage of the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The Citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it cannot be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience of Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we'll need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several ships to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this one? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. I won't be alone where I would go.
Oh, you can count on me. Yeah, I'm the guy.
Much appreciated. I quite fancy parlaying with pirates again. It's a shame Elise won't be there to reprise her role. I'm certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord, and pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I will be about our task. We should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short and Rasho may take some convincing. Onokoro. Absolute nothing. Faye, what are you doing today? Is this a productive day or a non-productive day? Rashoman. There's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. Probably pay play pickleball for like 4 hours. And venue out because it's the last open for several months. Do they close because of the expansion? It's because everyone's gonna be too busy, like doing all the new content and stuff. And like, it's just gonna be overloaded. Yeah. How long are they closed down for? People have already stopped going. What fine subjects you would make with your fleet at our disposal? I feel like such shit. I've been sick. I was like at the convention, and then I've been sick every day since. But I have not like been productive. This past week I have not like worked out at all, and it's like I could really feel it. Ugh. We don't know if we will close until August or September. You're still saying we. So like you're not working there anymore, but you're like basically you're still an owner? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you had entirely separated yourself from it. Excuse me. You're just not like actively involved as much anymore. Just basically when they need the help, like now. Let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Do I sound as stuffed up as I feel like I sound stuffed up? I would like to play more pickleball. Not today, though. Why'd the music, like, change on a dime like that? It's her problem now. Maybe you were confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now that we have no such incentive, we have sworn no oath to you and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to position your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Is that pronounced Kai or K? A or B? Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? You ever heard of Doing the Right Thing? It's a Spike Lee joint. It came out in '92. It's a great movie. You should check it out. It's got Giancarlo Esposito in it, who would go on to play Gus in Breaking Bad. Have you ever heard of pirates, little ones? You find them were simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due and we'll take it by force. Pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Elisee. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk. There is more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of some new recruits? This guy's chin is so cool. He's got like a Kuma chin. You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garlean's hands are no secret. But since we drove them out of Doma, the OBC has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, and so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck. Doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Are all of the characters in this game people that could be made with the character creator? Or do like they do custom models sometimes? Very well, if the Confederacy agrees to your request, you'll have your ship. Before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I had in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she is yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below. When you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, there's upper planks. It best be free of cracks. To make you want your people to stay dry, you'll do me a favor and the favor of swimming around the hole to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman Lords are not adverse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman Lord. If we inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in thrice. There are many characters you can make, but certain ones with custom assets. You can just make Tataru. I imagine like a lot of like these are named characters and they're somewhat important, but they're like not like huge characters. I imagine you can make them. I feel like you could even maybe make Lord Hien. What are some characters that are like definitely you cannot make them? Can you not make the twins, for example? Like, you probably can't use their hairstyle in the character creator. That's, like, too specific. You can get their clothes with paid DLC. He has custom hair? Oh, that's a shame. I kind of want his hair. Oh well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Vol 3. When will I meet Vol 3? Is he like some crazy monster guy? Shadowbringers? Okay. Is there any way to like get the Garlemald / ACN forehead circle on your character, or is that like totally you can't do that? I was thinking about how in Tears of the Kingdom they didn't like model most of the characters as like distinct characters. They like created a program that translated like Mii's to assets in the game, and then just made a bunch of Mii's for all like the side characters. You know about that? Every Mii is transformable to a Tears of the Kingdom character, and that's like how they made all the characters in that game. We got some cracks in the hull. And you can inverse it, so you can take Tears of the Kingdom characters and turn them into Mii. Can you get the Hime haircut? Like, can you be Yatsuyu? I'm the shipwright. There. Apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seemed solid enough.
I found some cracks in my section.
On the port side near the bow, you say?
No, on the port side near the bow.
Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracking or holes in the section of the hull. I want to go to the beach. I want to float in the salt water. And cook to a crisp on a hot towel. Your Lord Hien, Captain sent you to inspect the hull. May have mercy forgive this discourtesy, my lord. Quite alright. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising. I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. Excuse me, someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. Where's Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side. But I'll have it fixed before you know it. This guy. I see you've met the boy. Did he tell you a story? He babbles when he's nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you are to see they are provided for. I've heard those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties of kin and homeland. An oath easily so put aside. If I allow it, I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. His pecs are insane. My family is long dead. I know this life is a lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said, the Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more, be it in Yangsha or out in the Ruby Sea. The duty to ensure that Ipanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off.
It's time to cast off.
Well, my friends, it seems we've our ship. Let's return to the Enclave. May I show you in? Of course you can. Kiss me. Seems Yagiri and Alphino completed their tasks before us. They've been waiting. Guided the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy pledged a ship to ferries across the One River. We now but have to attend the exchange and pray to the kami that these precautions were unnecessary.
Yeah, that's great now, but I want a potion of vitality, or maybe of the mind.
Look, he's like looking. Look at that. That's so funny. Can I like capture them like this? I can't capture them like that. Look at that. Kinda cool. Print screen. That'll have to do. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. We will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank not far from the castro. Question, when you dye clothes, can you get like complex with like secondary colors and stuff? Or are you just like doing like a replacement on the main color? Cause I like this outfit, but I think I would want to dye it. Like more of a crimson. Home key allows you to hide the UI. Dyes only do base color? Okay. The glittering basin. Babe, when you've been playing pickleball recently, are the courts full, or is it or is it like usually just you and Shane? like more recently. Contrail is bringing a second dye channel to mini clothes. Oh, cool. Oh, X hides the temp names. Good to know. Thank you. Walnut Street courts. They gotta put up some more pickleball courts. They gotta do some outdoor ones at Bond Park. I know they have the indoor ones, but I feel like probably not as fun. I give it like a year or two. They probably will. As long as it's not Thursday night? What happens on Thursday night? Is that when the tournaments are? Your party is assembled then? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That and what Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Nagiri, you're to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. The ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. We will see you safely home. And all stand ready to play their part. To come, let us be about it. I would like to do more once I am recovered. The thing that always... I just kept getting freaked out by how many strangers were there. Because it seemed like every time I came, it was just like jam-packed. I don't like doing things I'm not good at yet in front of people. Which often just leads to never doing them, unfortunately.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
You know, they talk about, like, punchable faces.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are.
His voice, too. His voice is punchable, if that makes sense.
Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
They contain the amiibos, my lord.
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with
these supply crates.
we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
What's in there? Like, it can't just be something so obvious, like, you know, bomb. It's gotta be something a little, like, more interesting than that, right?
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion. Welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
She's back. And she's smoking again.
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Naori, widow of Sashihai, and acting viceroy of Dorma.
Stomper of balls.
And your people are mine to govern, mine to punish.
Smoking crack and acting whack.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire.
Did Gosetsu ever get that persimmon?
Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
How come smoke was coming out of her pipe when she was inhaling from it?
Little lordling.
Shouldn't that be the only time that there's not smoke coming out of it?
All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself.
Lord Dead. He's showing teeth that threaten the world of monkeys.
Reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
Oh, that's the thing that Bayonetta wears on her chest.
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew
No trail.
forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon.
Oh. It might be kind of tragic, but tragedy is good in stories. I hope Kosetsu has to strike her down. There's something about Primal here? What possible Primal are they summoning?
What has she done?
Wait, they're anti-Primal.
This is a summoning.
They're liars. You lied to me. You said you hated Primals. The Moon Queen. The primal we summon with all the amiibo is the macroplastic. Are we getting the Tsukunomi? The Otsutsuki? The Bunny Queen? Yeah.
A dormant citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
He's such a little shit.
But Ambassador! Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
But she's cool though. We've got to get going. Damn you.
My lord, you must fall back.
Damn you. Hope you enjoy your workout and your pickleball and all the other things I can't do right now. Say hi to everyone for me. I don't remember what it was. I had a dream last night though where I was like, it was like something trying to kill me and I like ran into your house, like unannounced. I think bears were trying to get me. And like, I ran into your house without like announcing myself and everyone was shocked. And I was like, there's bears outside trying to kill me. That just came back to me right now. I got gnomes. Thank you for the gnomes. Yeah, leave this one to me. I'll get her. I've knocked into your house once. And then I was told not to. And I stopped. Well, it was like you were shocked because I ran in like screaming and like sweating and like heaving breaths and like holding the door shut, like locking all the locks. It was weird because it was like your living room, but like the furniture was arranged differently. Zach was like chilling on a couch reading a book, but it was like a couch that isn't actually there.
My lord.
It was like instead of other furniture, you just had couches. There were like 4 couches in there. But besides that, it was your house. Dusk. It was not Das Capital.
I knew
It's too thick for dust capital.
I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours.
I love the Japanese media trope of bunny woman alien from the moon. Love it.
But I have become Tsukuyomi.
Oh yeah, they literally,
Goddess of the moon
okay.
And divinity of night.
Tsukuyomi literally.
What
Yeah, see ya, bye bye.
compared to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail.
Aren't there bunny girls and bunny guys in this game? They're from like a future expansion, right? I haven't really seen them yet, but beyond some like player characters running around.
Cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Doma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Cool, I love it. I love moon shit in stories. I love when the moon is a weapon. I love when there's secret aliens on the moon. I love when there's things in the moon and they have to go to the moon. I love when the moon is crashing to the planet. Love it, love it, love it, love all of it. You cannot deny those exist, but they are solidly a you'll find out later deal. Gotcha. I'm not gonna take a BRB, but I'm gonna cut the recording real quick.